Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. This is the second part about the future tenses. And so here we go. We're going to talk about the future continuous, the future perfect, simple and continuous, the future in the past, and to be about to. Okay, so let's start with the future continuous. The construction is really easy. We just have the subject in the first place, then will be, and then the verb in ing form. The example is she will be working at 7:30 a.m. The negative form, you just have to add not after will. So we have the subject, then will not, which becomes won't, then be, and then the verb in ing form. The example is you won't be wasting your time with that. The interrogative form, we can always have a who question at the beginning, then will, then the subject, be, and the verb in ing. What will you be doing around 9 p.m.? Okay, let's move on to the use of the future continuous. Well, we use the future continuous to talk about an action or an event which will be happening at a particular time in the future. So here are a couple of examples. I'll be working at 8 o'clock. So the meaning of this sentence is that I will start before 8 and continue after 8 o'clock. I will start working before 8 and continue after 8. Or again, by the time you read this, I'll be walking in the mountains. So basically, I'll start before you read the message, and I'll still be continuing walking after you've read this. Just be careful, don't confuse the future continuous with the present continuous for the future. If you look at the example, the first one is with the future continuous. At 6:30 I'll be interviewing him, and the second one is with the present continuous for the future. At 6:30 I'm interviewing him. So in the first example, the interview starts before 6:30 and continues after it. While in the second one, the interview is arranged to begin at 6:30. Let's move on to the future perfect simple. Let's see the construction first. So we have affirmative form, subject, will have, and then the verb in the past participle. By the end of the week, will have survived longer than anyone else. In a negative form, we just have to add not after will. So the example is, he won't have finished by 6 o'clock. And in the interrogative form, we have maybe, if we need it, we have the who question in the first place, then will, then the subject, then have, and the verb in the past participle form. Will you have started by 10? I want to see the construction of the future perfect continuous right away, and then after this we're going to talk about the use of both the future perfect simple and continuous. Okay, so the affirmative form, we have a subject, and then we have will have been, and then the verb in ing. The example is, by 1 o'clock, I'll have been waiting for 3 hours. The negative form, you just have to add not after will, so will not, which becomes won't. She won't have been waiting for long. And then the interrogative form, will, the subject, have been, and then the verb in the ing form. Will they have been waiting for a long time? Okay, let's see and let's talk about the use of both the future perfect. Okay, first the future perfect simple. We use it to say that an action will be completed before a certain moment in time. Usually you have to mention this point, this moment when the action will be completed. The example is by next year, they will have been married for 10 years. So basically, we are saying that our point in time in the future is next year, so by next year, and the action that will be completed is to be married for 10 years. On the other hand, the future perfect continuous is used to emphasize how long an action will have lasted at a point in the future. So it is usually necessary to mention both the point of time and the length of time. So the example is, by the end of this week, we'll have been living here for 5 months. So here the focus of the sentence is on the duration of the action. Okay, let's move on to the future and the past. The future and the past is basically the form of to be going to, but instead of the to be at the beginning, we use the past simple form of to be. So the future in the past is used to talk about something which was planned but did not or will not happen. So if you see the example, you were going to stay here for at least 2 years, but you were going, it means that now you've changed your mind, or you've changed your plans. Then we use the future in the past to show that you don't mind changing your plans. For example, if someone asks you, what are you going to do tonight? And someone can answer as in the example, I was going to write a letter this evening, but maybe if I have a better plan, I can change my mind and do something else, something more interesting. Okay, let's talk about to be about to. To be about to is used to talk about something which is going to happen very soon and for which we are already preparing. The example is, actually, we are about to leave, which means that we are living in a moment. It's an action that is going to happen very, very soon, and we are ready to leave. If you see, the construction is very easy. You basically have the subject, then you have am, is, or are, which is the verb to be, then you have about to, and then the verb in the base form. I'm about to go out. In the negative form, you just have to add not after the verb to be. We aren't about to change the rules. And in the interrogative form, you just put the verb to be in the first place, am, is, or are, then the subject, then about to, and then the verb in the base form. What are you about to do? Okay, guys, I hope this video was clear, and I hope you understood all the future tenses. But if you have any questions or doubts, don't hesitate to put a comment below and I will answer straight away. Okay, bye. Thank you.